This is the Caudabe Sheath precise case for the iPhone 17 Pro Max, and this case kept showing up everywhere. When I was researching the best cases for the iPhone 17 Pro Max, scrolling through forums, Reddit, comment sections, one name kept coming up over and over again: Caudabe. Now before this review, I didn't know much about Caudabe, but what really caught my attention was how people kept describing it. Minimal, clean, perfect fit, and normally that's exactly the type of case I like. But after what happened to my iPhone 17 Pro Max, I'm a little more cautious now, because one of Apple's own minimal cases failed after just one drop, and that single drop caused some pretty significant damage. So going into this case review, I had two main questions. First, can a minimal case like this actually protect your phone from real-world drops? And second, is this case worth spending around $50 to $60? Because at that price, you're starting to compete with some very solid rugged cases. So in this video, I'm putting the Caudabe Sheath precise case through real-world testing, using Apple's own case design guidelines as a reference. Let's start with the most important thing: basic protection. Caudabe says that this case is drop tested to 4.6 meters or 15 feet. Unfortunately, they don't elaborate on the results of the drop test. Is there zero damage on the phone after these drop tests? Or is there some damage, but the phone is still functional? The only way to find out is to do some real-world drop testing. Before the drop test, I first did a quick marker and white paper tilt test to see if the front lip was tall enough to protect the display during a flat fall. There was little to no marker transfer, which means the front case lip is high enough to keep the screen from hitting the ground. Alright guys, we're going to start with 30 drops from a height of about 5 to 6 feet onto manufactured hardwood floor. Then we're going to do a waist height drop for 10 more drops. And then we're going to drop it from the table, another 10 drops after that. So that was a pretty hard hit. You can see here that the case got indented on the corner a bit. Right there. Let me show you guys the case first. Phone. Glass is still intact. So drop number 15, even though this case fits pretty tight, looks like one of the corners did come off during a drop. So this has happened with other cases before, but really important to pop it back in before you continue any more drops. You can see here that the as it hits the front of the case, it's really starting to wear down the corners pretty fast. We're only at like 20 something drops, but it's already worn quite a bit. So in terms of durability, it's protecting the phone, but not quite as durable as some of the other cases I've tested. All right, that should be 30. And I'm just going to show. By the way, if you like seeing these real-world drop tests and want to support the channel, make sure to like the video and subscribe. Also, let me know down in the comments what case you'd like to see me review next.
So you can see here, even though I thought this case it was fitting pretty tight, but it still comes off the corners after some drops. And these last couple drops were pretty low height drops too. Make sure to pop it back in. That's a total of 30 plus 10 plus 10, so 50 drops total. Just want to show that the screen is good. Camera area is still good, no issues. Corners are all good.
Now that we know whether this case can actually protect the iPhone 17 Pro Max or not, let's take a closer look at the materials and overall finish of the case. Caudabe describes themselves as a company focused on making minimal, perfect cases. And right away, this case does feel premium. They say it's made from a proprietary Shocklight material combined with polycarbonate, but they don't really explain what Shocklight actually is. So based on my observations, this feels very similar to a hybrid case. You've got a more rigid back and slightly flexible sides. Now the exterior is described as a pebbled texture, but I would describe it more like a stucco finish, almost like the texture you see on the side of a house. And I actually really like it. It gives the case a unique look without being flashy. And more importantly, there's no big branding anywhere. The only sign that this is a Caudabe case is a very small logo near the bottom, which fits perfectly with that minimal design philosophy. Now the precise version of this case also fully covers the camera plateau. So instead of a large cutout where the camera plateau is, you get one clean, uniform enclosed design across the entire back. On the inside, you get a soft microfiber lining with the company name, slogan, and even a serial number embedded into it. At this price point, it's nice to see that Caudabe added that microfiber lining because not a lot of other companies do. Along the inner sides, there are also groove patterns which are designed to help with shock absorption. Now in terms of fit, Caudabe claims they engineered the cases for a perfect fit. And this is where things get interesting, because putting the case on it is easy, but taking it off actually takes a bit of effort, and that's a good sign. It means the case is holding onto the phone tightly, which is exactly what you want during a drop. Now I wouldn't say the fit is absolutely perfect. If you look closely, some of the cutouts aren't perfectly centered, but this is one of those things where you really have to look for it. In everyday use, you're not going to notice it. After about a week of using this case, it's been really comfortable. It's not bulky, it's not overly grippy, but it still has enough texture where I never felt like it was going to slip out of my hands. And it slides in and out of pockets easily, which is something a lot of grippier cases struggle with. Now one thing I do wish this case had is some kind of built-in kickstand. At this price point, it would have been nice to see something simple. Maybe a small pull-out stand like the one on the Spigen Tough Armor T, or even a subtle ring-style stand around the camera, like you see on some ESR or subcase cases. Because in day-to-day use, there's always going to be a scenario where you need your phone to stand up by itself, and you won't always be able to prop it against something else. Now this case comes with precision machined aluminum buttons, and they're actually swappable. The ones that come with the case are color matched, but if you want to customize it, there are a ton of different color options you can buy separately. Now personally, I'm not someone who swaps out buttons on my case, but I can see how some people would really enjoy that level of customization. As for the actual button feel, this is one of the highlights of the case. They feel solid, they sound clicky, and they're consistent all the way around. Every press feels clean and responsive. The only downside is that the buttons all have the same smooth texture, so you'll need to rely on muscle memory to know which button you're pressing. Some other cases add different textures for each button, which can make things easier without looking. Now looking at the ports, you get open cutouts for the charging port, speakers, and microphone, which I personally prefer. And the charging port opening is large enough that I was able to use all of my standard cables without any issues. Now when it comes to gestures, Caudabe says they designed the front lip to be high enough for protection, but still comfortable for everyday use. And this is where it's a little bit of a mixed experience. When swiping up from the bottom, you definitely feel the edge of the case, it's noticeable, but when doing side swipes or pulling down from the top, it feels much less intrusive, even though the lip height is consistent all the way around. So overall, it's something you get used to pretty quickly, but it's worth mentioning if you're coming from a super thin case. So in conclusion, after 50 drops on everyday heights, the Caudabe Sheath did a really good job at protecting my iPhone 17 Pro Max. But it's not the most rugged case I've tested. I started to see noticeable wear on the bottom corners earlier than expected, and during 2 of the drops, the case actually slipped off on the corners. Now, to be fair, most people aren't dropping their phone 50 times, and that's why this case stands out. It's one of the few minimal cases that can still offer solid real-world protection. But at around $50 to $60, there's a lot of competition for more rugged options, so it's definitely worth comparing before making a final decision. Now, if you're looking for something even more rugged, I've drop tested the D-brand tank case over 100 times on multiple surfaces. You can check that video out right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.